Here's a guided meditation using Will Johnson's framework, his three principles from his really great book called The Posture of Meditation. His three principles are alignment, relaxation, and resilience. And as he explains about those three principles, they're a great guide for calming the mind, relaxing the body. So, really great book. And but as he says, it's a framework that's used in lots of different traditions. I think he does a great job of articulating it and kind of really explaining it well, and giving some insight into how to think about that. It's typically applied to kind of preliminary practices, progressive path practices. And so I'm going to do a guided meditation and go there with it slightly, but then open it up into a more open awareness, glimpsing, non-dual, whatever term you want to use for this kind of more direct path teaching. So we'll start with alignment. So by getting the body aligned, and basically that's really aligning with the principle of the body, the nature of the physical body. So getting the spine to be straight without being rigid, shoulders relaxed, chest open, arms relaxed at your side, chin slightly tucked. So on this kind of practical side, just in terms of kind of getting the energy flow going, being able to sit at ease. So when you line up, basically you're moving yourself away from the potential for resistance. So if you're leaning forward or backward or sideward or whatever, so there's some resistance. So you could say really on the most practical level, like relieving that kind of tension, but then on this more kind of absolute level, pure consciousness kind of level, the whole project is to stop resisting by dropping down or aligning with our original nature. So you can take it both ways. You can use it both ways. You can use it on this kind of mind training, kind of basic mindfulness of forms and training the mind. You can establish that, and then you can take it a step further and really see it as an alignment, aligning the form body with the original nature of openness and no self, objectlessness, which becomes clearer when we're not resisting. I mean, that's what appears when there's no resistance. So that's alignment. Getting the body in a comfortable position that it can maintain. So on the physical level, finding that center. On the awareness level, opening, dropping back to an alignment with awareness itself. And relaxation kind of naturally follows. So from a form point of view, practical point of view, if you get the body lined up, feels balanced, you're not leaning, you're not resisting, then you can surrender to gravity and really experience gravity. So from this kind of glimpsing or open awareness point of view, one of the characteristics is that if you go beyond the kind of cold separation of the initial stages of glimpsing, there can be kind of a separation, like you're observing it a little bit. So when you come closer, really close that gap. And then it's characterized by sensations, thoughts, smells, whatever it might be, being more vivid. So relaxing using the Will Johnson formula, aligning first so that you can really relax the form body. Yield to gravity. Like Adyashanti's, his, in a way, like his main instruction is relaxing. But he's talking about not just the form body, he's talking about relaxing. So we relax the activity of the mind. Locke Kelly talks about equaling out all of the senses, which is really stepping back from thinking, relaxing mental activity. So when you relax in that way, the experience of a body becomes vivid. And it's clear that that which is aware of the body and the body are not separate and not the same. Sensations are arising, passing, sounds coming and going, smells, etc. What is aware is always relaxed. It's never pushing forward, it's not anxious, it's not uncomfortable, it's not tired, it's not energized. It simply is. And when we really deeply relax the form body, the separation, this separate self, the solidness that sort of appears because of our attachment to the story about it, starts to dissipate. It relaxes. And then the third one, resilience, is related to that, I think. So resilience, the way that Will Johnson talks about it, is really feeling the energy field of the body. So the way we stay resilient when we're doing, kind of seated meditation, you sit for any length of time in any position, gets uncomfortable. So, and that can, in some cases, in some systems, the instructions sound like sitting rigid and, just sitting like a rock. Terminology, even some terminology like that will get used sometimes, like sitting like a mountain. From, kind of a limited point of view, mountains don't move. From Dogen's point of view, mountains are moving. So, but nevertheless, the resilience side of it is really, on the form level, is really seeing that the body is always moving. So micro movements to balance, energy field of the body, breath coming and going. So connecting with the ecstatic quality of having a body, the dance of sitting. So you combine that with alignment, relaxation, and resilience. You can sit, feel the vibrancy of life, let the mind relax. From this more non-dual or open awareness point of view, true resilience is aligning with awareness itself. So it's only awareness that, or being, life itself, consciousness, however you want to talk about it, that is what is constant and never gets tired. It's the epitome of resilience, basically. It's not affected by the comings and goings of the form world, thoughts, sounds, smells, emotions. So what is resilient in the face of all that is that which is aware of it. So they don't have to be two distant and separate worlds, this kind of progressive path, basic mindfulness, which is training the mind, and then these more direct teachings. They're related, of course. But we also don't have to just simply wait and do these kind of incremental teachings, hope for good luck, some kind of breakthrough. Can actually be working on both ends. And we just sit for another minute or two, aligned, relaxed, resilient. May you be happy, healthy, and loved.